Hello everyone, it's Mary Blocker from Mary's Card Cafe, and you are here with me today on my simple yet stunning Sunday video. I'm very excited to share with you today the Fine Art Gallery Floral, and you know all about this, I'm sure. It's one of the most popular things that Stampin' Up! Has had in one of their catalogs in such a long time. This is from the January to June 2021 mini catalog, so you've got this goodness all the way through June. This is such a beautiful suite of products that you cannot go wrong with making quick and stunning cards, I tell you what. So today we're going to focus on the Golden Garden Designer Series Acetate and the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. They are the star of the show today, and I actually have 3 cards for you, if you can believe that. So I'm going to set this catalog aside so we can talk about what we're going to do today. I'm going to be using Mossy Meadow ink today. I'm also going to be using the double oval punch that's found in the January to June 2021 mini catalog as well. We're going to use that punch today. I'm also going to kind of go a little quick, and I needed a nice size greeting in a beautiful font, so I'm using the Good Morning Magnolia, the Hello from that. And then I am bringing in the Art Gallery stamp set because I'm going to have the hello, and then on the inside I'm going to have the I'm thinking of you. Now, I know the dies are fabulous. This is a most wonderful bundle. Cuts out all of your flower details, and it has these 2 great scalloped rectangles that fit all of the greetings here. If you've seen any of my other videos featuring this, you know how much I love this. It's awesome. I'm not using the dies or anything like that today because this is simple yet stunning. So we want to make it easy peasy. Now, let's talk about this stunning Fine Art Gallery Acetate, Designer Acetate. It is beautiful. I don't think I have all of the prints here. No, I don't. But it is beautiful and stunning. It has this fantastic mosaic pattern. Then there's the floral overlays in the gold. And what's really nice is it was designed that these would line up and lay right over top that designer series paper. And that's kind of a little bit of what we're doing today to show you just the versatility of that. Use it by itself or add it with the beautiful designer series paper. So let's not wait anymore. Let's get started. My first project, all of my projects are using our basic white as our base. And I have some things already done for us. This is a standard 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Now I had cut my Mossy Meadow at 5 by 3 3/4. And then my designer series paper with its matching overlay was cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay? Now all I'm going to do is start by doing some adhering of these things. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about my adhesive because I'm just going to give little tacks of the adhesive where I have quite a bit of stem. You're really not going to see that through very much at all, and I'm not worried about tacking it so well everywhere. My ribbon's going to be going around because, yes, you know me, I like simple yet stunning, and I love using ribbon and things like that. And so then I'm just going to lay this right over top, line it up, and put it down. Should be just fine with that little bit of tacking that I did. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring and put a little of my adhesive, coming to the end of my seal, so it's being all finicky on me. And then I'm going to bring in this beautiful crinkled white ribbon. And I'm going to give lots and lots of length to it. I know I'm going to go close to the bottom. I like to put my ribbon pretty much along the bottom 1/4 of a card or bottom 1/3 of a card. And I'll get my little scissors here for that. And again, I'm going to have it be quite long, so I want to make sure I can get my beautiful bow. Now, I think I'm going to adhere this down to my Mossy Meadow as well. I was thinking about having the card go this way and put my greeting here. And if I did do that, I would want my ribbon to go a little bit differently. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's take this off, because I'm deciding to change the direction that I'm doing my card. And now I'll be lucky if I get a bow out of this. We shall see. All right, and now that I've done this, I'm going to add more adhesive and adhere this down to the base of the card. Right here of my mossy meadow. There we are. I'll go ahead over here, and I might end up just doing a little knot. And that's okay, because my the oval is going to cover that. So let's see just how a little knot might look. We'll go ahead with that, and if I want to add a bow or something, I can do that over top. But I think that's just fine for now. Okay, so then I'm going to have my greeting come right in here, just like that. That'll be nice. So let's go ahead and adhere this down. It's so great to have something that's going to be so quick and easy. And see, what I like about when I make my layers of my card, take it down to that 5 by 3 3/4, I get a much larger border here, which I really like. So I am going to take and make a bow. See if I can salvage this. Decided to go the other way with the card, and it just kind of complicated things a little bit, didn't it? So let's pull this excess. Oh, it's so slippery. I do like this crinkled ribbon though. It's delicate, it's thin, so it doesn't take up a lot of the attention on the card. Start playing with it a lot though, it gets a little staticky in there. Get some static going. And I don't want that. There we go. Pretty. I'm going to add my bow there, and I'm just going to have a little bit extra tails, and I don't mind that at all. I think that adds a little bit. So let me go ahead and get my glue dot. Put that to it and pull it out. And then put this right down, like so. Then let those other tails. That's kind of neat. It gives it some more interest. I like it. I like it. All right. I'm going to bring over a piece of my, sorry, that was a piece of vanilla that snuck in there. How did that happen? All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my mossy meadow. Excuse me. Goodness. My mossy meadow. And I'm going to put it right along here. Hello. And you know I'm going to stamp another one. And then I'm going to stamp another one, because remember, I'm doing 3 cards today. Each card's going to have a slightly different look to it. And that's just fine. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a strip. And you'll see why in a minute. Because I'm using my duet punch, my duo punch, my double oval punch, the scallop oval is on the top, and I can then avoid wasting cardstock. If I have a nice rectangle, it would punch out there too, and I don't need that. So just a strip of cardstock is all I need. It helps to actually save and not waste any of that. So that's a little tip for you. There we go. So I've got my 3 greetings. They're all going to have the hello greeting on the front. Set that aside. And I'll use my first one here. Give that just a little more adhesive. We definitely want to make sure it's going to hold. And isn't that just so pretty? I love the double oval punch. It makes things quick and easy, makes it so simple, makes it very, very simple. Now I just need our dimensionals, and I have got some extra little dimensionals here. Using down my edges of my dimensionals, and I hope you do that too. I hope you use up every single little bit that you have. Nobody says that the dimensional has to be a hexagon on the back side. So there is my hello. Very cute. When we come on inside, we're going to go ahead and ink up our greeting inside. And this one says, I'm thinking of you. I'm stamping it off. I've not used this particular greeting yet. So I'm thinking of you. Very nice. I'm thinking of you. And at the end, I might think about using our Art Gallery stamp set and adding a little flower inside here. So, but just look how stunning that is and how quick and easy that went across and finished, right? The beautiful crinkled ribbon is tying in that beautiful white. And boy, that's just glittery and stunning with the gold that's overlaid that designer series paper. Love it. So let me just clean up just a little bit here. Take a look at our second card. Our second card is just as pretty as the first card, and it's the exact same idea of layout. I have my pieces, again, my 5.5 by 8.5 piece of basic white, and again, my Mossy Meadow at 5 3¾ Now this particular design of the designer series paper, beautiful, and then this piece of the acetate layers perfectly right over this one. See how that happens? Very nice, huh? Quick, quick, quick. This card's going to go vertically, and I'm just going to, again, tack a little bit of the adhesive. And again, you're not going to see it. You didn't see any of my little adhesive on the first card. It just totally hides it from that beautiful designs that are on the designer series paper. And so it's great. What I like too about not putting too much is I can move it a little bit that I need to get that lined up perfectly. All right, well, we're gonna do our bow again. Now this time I am going this direction with it, so it should not be an issue. I won't change my mind on this one for sure, I promise. I like to just tack that little bit of tape. It just really helps when you are working with it. So I'm going to glue this down to my Mossy Meadow. It will really help me. Come on, little guy. It will really help me when I am tying my bow. It just gives it stability. And I think I've said that already. Oh. So I just can't tell you how much Stampin' Up! Blows me away with the beauty of all of their products, and the coordination is just stunning. Now something I do is I tie my first part of my knot, and then I will go and turn it over upside down. This will help the tails of your bow go the right direction. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. As my little fingers work with this to try and get the bow. All right, so now let's do that. We'll go ahead and pull that here. Now you might notice that my bow is very, very loose. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a little huff to pull that up. And now I'm going to take the excess of that ribbon and I am going to lift up and pull it down to take up that excess. There we go. That just took that excess of that ribbon because it was loose. Just want to get my bow, the little ears on my bow to have the same size. And there we are, beautiful, just like that. And what I really like about this particular piece of the designer series paper, it starts to have that bit of blues coming into it. And that's very nice. There we are. Let's put that to the front. And as you know, I already have my greeting stamped. So that's going to make that very quick. It's hello, and now my dimensionals. And remember I said I'm using my edges. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see our hello. It's going to sneak right in here. Just like that. Oh, so nice. Let's go ahead and do our inside again. I am never ever getting tired of this designer series paper. It is just so rich and beautiful. And the colors that they're using, the Poppy Parade and the Mossy Meadow and Old Olive and Flirty Flamingo. Oh, just stunning. Just so rich and pretty. All right, so here we are. Let's take a look what we've got so far. We've got this beauty and this stunner. Just changed the direction, a little bit different in the acetate overlay and the designer series paper. Just beautiful. But wait, there's more. I have a note card size for you today, and it's because of this right here. And let me tell you about this. So this particular piece of designer series paper, when I cut the dimensions for this card, this was over here. See how that goes together? And so when I cut this strip off, I thought, oh gosh. And then it occurred to me if I just cut it a little shorter, I could go ahead and create a note card. How quick could that be, right? And it's just beautiful. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and just tack a little bit of glue. Now you notice I'm not going to put anything right up at the top. This is basically is going to hold on just in the little parts down here in the flower because I don't want to have any adhesive sticking out at the top, if you know what I mean. So then we have that just like that. I am going to do my quick little ribbon again. My tape dispenser is saying, I am coming to the end, mayday, mayday. That's all right, I have a whole nother one that's all set to go. Won't be a problem. I planned for that. Now, this time I'm not going to adhere it down because I want to be able to take care of any of that excess ribbon when I tie my bow. So again, you saw how nice my bow turned out with the other card. But I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to turn it around. Once I tied that first knot, now I'm going to make my bow. And you can see how loose that bow is. So I'm just going to turn this around. I'm going to put a little of my adhesive just above it. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And it needs to come down a little bit more. Now I'm just going to pull this excess of the ribbon and just have it go up like that onto the back. See how I just did that? By having it go up like that, I've taken care of any of that excess on the front, so it won't be loose on the front anymore. Just a little trick that I do, because no matter how I do my bows, it never ever seems to be tight enough around the card. So that's how I take care of that loosey-goosey stuff. So I'll go ahead and layer. Now this guy was 2.5 by 4.5. And then I made my Mossy Meadow 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. Worked out perfectly. I'm going to make this bow a little bit smaller. Sorry, I've got a little fray here on this bow. There we go. Because this is a note card size, I don't want my bow to overtake things. There we are. Now I can put that onto the front of the card. I think my tape might last to the end. That would be dandy, wouldn't it? It sure would. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and just lay this down. There we are. That's very pretty. And now my greeting for this one, I actually, when I look at this, the bow actually could come down farther. If it did come down farther, I'd still be able to have this particular flower show a little more. So that would be my suggestion, is bring that even down farther. So I'll go ahead and I'll adhere this. There's my hello. Let me get my last bit of dimensionals here. One there. And I think I've already got this one cut right here. Yep, I do. I just use them all up. Now this one, I'm actually going to put my greeting in a different place. I'm going to put my greeting right up here, and it's going to go over this right out to there. I think that is so cute. Hello. And I'm thinking of you again. Will be a perfect sentiment inside. I'm thinking of you. Just beautiful. So there we have it. I think I'm going to leave this stunning and beautiful just the way it is. I am not going to stamp any flowers or anything on the inside because I think it is stunning, all of them, just the way they are. So I'm so glad you're watching this today. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you would, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I have video every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm going to start having YouTube Live on the first Saturday of the month at 11 o'clock Pacific time in the morning. So I hope you can join me on the first Saturday of each month, except not tomorrow, Saturday, because I have to drive my daughter back to college. So if you love these products as much as I do, I will put the links below on how you can get those for yourself. And you still have time to get into my virtual spring March Madness Stamp Camp. I'll put the link down below so you can check out things about that. I hope you loved this today. I loved every single one. They're just stunning. And I'm so glad you watched. So until next time, guys, happy stamping.